Hey you guys, welcome back to the Tempest Productions, and tonight I will be bringing you the first episode of Hulu Originals' newest show, The Path, starring Aaron Paul and Michelle Monaghan. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but so anyways, those are the two people that star in it, and it's from the creators of Parenthood and Friday Night Lights. And let's get into it. Let's get started. So to start off, I'm basically going to just tell you guys the synopsis or summary on the episode itself that it has shown on Hulu. And the title of the episode is not Pilot, it is What the Fire Throws. And so this is what it tells us from the start. Cal leads the Mayorist movement on a disaster relief mission in New Hampshire. Eddie returns home after completing the 6R training in Peru, where he saw a horrifying vision of the organization's truth. Eddie's odd behavior leads Sarah to suspect an affair. So Sarah is Eddie's wife, and Eddie is played by Aaron Paul, and Michelle Monaghan is played by Sarah. And now we're going to get into more depth of the characters and the storyline and things like that. So let's get into it. So here we have Aaron Paul. No, okay, my bad. Not this Aaron Paul, but that Aaron Paul. Okay, who honestly saw Need for Speed? Because I didn't. Alright, moving on. We got this Aaron Paul from The Path. And now we're going to go in depth and talking about more of his character and what he saw in Peru on his mission trip. And without trying to give anything away, because I really don't want to give spoilers, so I'm not going to. I'm going to try my best to keep it spoiler free. So there are no spoilers in this review. I'm just going to talk about the script, the characters, and what is going on in their lives without giving away too much, just so you guys can kind of get an insight on what happened in the first episode. And if you guys want to see it, because I did enjoy this pilot episode, it intrigued me, and I'm going to watch the second one later. So let's get even more into it. So we don't really know much. What we do know is that there were this group of survivors that survived a tornado, or at least seems to appear that they have survived some sort of natural disaster. So I'm going to go with that they survived a tornado. And what we know is that they are brought into this group. Hold on, guys. It is called Mayorism. They're brought into this. Sorry, I have it all down in my notes, and it's a brand new show, so I'm still kind of learning it with you guys if you're watching it. But they're brought into this Mayorism group, and it's a religious group. You don't really know a lot about it yet, and you just know that there's a mission trip in Peru, and that is where Eddie Aaron's Paul character went for a mission trip without his wife. Okay, so we know he went on a mission trip to Peru without his wife a while back before he came home. When he came home, it was after the tornado hit, and that's when all of these new people are starting to join into the spiritual group. This is a spiritual show, or it's about, religion and things like that. I don't think, depending on your religion, I don't care that you shouldn't watch the show, because it's not all about that. The show is actually very intense and has a lot of dark elements to it that I like a lot about. And to say that is, so he gets back, and Cal has a family. He has a daughter, and he has a son. Still don't know their names yet, but the son doesn't really fit in at his school because of all the, Christian, whatever they are, group that they're in. They're making fun of him for being in that. But at the cafeteria, there's this weird scene where they're praying before they eat, and he looks over, and there's this, pretty hot girl staring at him, kind of getting the hint that she likes him maybe a little bit, but there's a weird situation going on there. So we're introduced to that a little bit. No, we know a little bit more about his family, his daughter, and his son, mostly his son, so things like that. There's a strange presence when Mary sees Cal, and I don't think that they have met before. So it's like the first time they were meeting, but it feels like they've known each other because there is one weird scene between them. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but there is a weird scene that does kind of go with the plot later on in the episode. And then Yeah, and back to what I was saying about the girl. Her name was Ashley, and she kind of likes Eddie's son, but you don't really know for sure yet. So I'm pretty sure we'll be knowing more of that into the next episode. And Mary meets Sarah for the first time in a meeting. This is how you know that she survived the incident and things like that. And just making sure that she's okay, and she's telling her about this symbol that you see throughout the whole show. It's kind of like, I think it's the symbol of the sun. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. And they always talk about finding the light in the show, so I feel like the sun represents the light that they're trying to find, but they don't know what exactly they're trying to find. So that could be it. Um, it's a religious show with ironic scenarios and situations, and we also get a weird, darkly presence from Mary from time to time. They keep talking about the symbol, which is, I think, their Mayorism group or whatever they call it, and they and they're basically showing people to the new organization, and they're trying to relate them to their experiences and how they got comfortable in this new organization that they're pulling together and trying to live peacefully and the right way and things like that, even though they all have a dark past or are going to have dark things that happen to them now. Also, we see that Eddie has some problems in Peru, so we get to see a little bit more of what happened when he was in Peru, and that's where we're introduced to Minka Kelly's character, who played as Lila in Friday Night Lights. And so she was really good for what I saw. She's in it for a little bit in the first episode, but I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing more of her. And then you're introduced to his brother Johnny, and there's things that go into that I do not want to tell you because it is very interesting, and I'm not sure if I know what I'm talking about because they haven't explained as much as I need to be talking about it, but only about Johnny. Everything else I've been saying is correct so far without any spoilers. And then also, lastly, you get to learn more about the Mayorism group a little bit, and you get to see more of what Eddie is up to, and their relationship becomes strained for the wrong reason. So pretty much, Sarah thinks that Eddie is cheating on her with a girl because he does kind of do something a little suspicious every night, and she kind of catches on with that, but it's what you think it is, and then it's not what you think it is. So you kind of gotta just keep going with the show, and then the show will tell itself as it goes along, like every other show, but it'll keep you guessing, which is what I really like about this show. And I love the main actors, I love the soundtrack, I love the suspense, I love the dark feel of this show, I love everything. I love Parenthood. I'm watching it right now. I'm on season 4. It's not as good as Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights, well, I don't know. Parenthood and Friday Night Lights both have very good aspects to it. They're both completely different shows, kind of the same though. So this is really different from the creators of those two shows to be making a suspenseful, dark, controversial show. So I think this is a great new twist on what they're going to be writing and producing for us. And I think this is going to be a bumpy ride with a lot of shocking things that are going to happen to these characters, and I'm looking forward to it. So, this was my review for the first episode of The Path, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I did my best to explain what was going on without giving away too much. I'm not going to give it a rating because it's a show. Maybe in the future I'll do that, but I will be trying to do a review over every episode. I don't know how many episodes they're going to be because it's Hulu, and unlike Netflix, they don't post everything at the same time, which kind of pisses me off, but it kind of makes me want to stay in tune with the show. And not let it drag on like I do with Netflix, unless I just binge watch it in a week, which I can't do that on Hulu because of what I just said. So, you see my predicament, but honestly, guys, if you are bored, you're finishing up 11/22/63 on Hulu, and you don't know what else to watch, then The Path is a great show to start. Came out today, March 30th, 2016, and first and second episode came out, so I will be doing the second episode sometime later this week, probably tomorrow. Even though I might watch it later tonight, but we'll see. Anyways, you guys, I really enjoyed this first pilot episode. I love the characters, I love the storyline, I love the creators of the show, I love everything about this show so far, although there are definitely some flaws about it, but for the sake of the video, guys, I don't want to talk about the flaws, and we're just going to end it here. So thank you guys for watching. This is the Tempest Productions. I'm Nick, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.